America is not safe for men. Why is America not safe for men? And why is it time that we walk away? We're going to explore all of those topics here today in this stream. I mean, guys, it's an unfortunate situation, but America has gone downhill, and this country is no longer safe for men. And it's not just the US, it's the UK, it's Australia, it's Canada. Western society is no longer safe for men. Don't forget to follow us over on Rumble. If you want to learn about cryptocurrency, go ahead and check out Angry's Academy to learn how to buy, sell, and trade crypto. It's linked in the description of the video. Let's go ahead and jump right into the topic. So, America, I'm seeing like all of the things that are happening in Western society right now. Men have been increasingly pushed out of society. One of the dumbest things that I hear from a lot of guys is that they're not going anywhere. They're basically going to, they don't care, blah, blah, blah. Like a lot of y'all are crazy. And it's like, it's a level of stupidity, absolute stupidity. And it's like, I don't like talking to stupid people. I don't like arguing with stupid people. There's some of you will come at me like angry. You can't speak to us like that. I'll speak to you however the hell I please. If you want to be a stupid person, go and be a stupid person. Don't waste my time. All right. You want to be stupid? Go listen to stupid people. Go listen to people like Destiny that are going to take you down a path of degeneracy. Go listen to stupid people. Do not listen to my content. All right. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to Fresh and Fit. Don't even listen to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Don't listen to us. Definitely don't listen to Chow. Don't waste, do not waste my time. Don't waste the time of other men. All right. Go listen to stupid people. That's if that's how you're going to be. Because a lot of you are just like it's. I get disgusted with it. Like you're kicking up your heels, and you think that life is a game, and it's not until you end up homeless, hungry, or you end up in like some kind of like really insane situation. Like guys, I'm not gonna lie. Like I've been watching a lot of these police officer videos, and I'm like seeing a lot of white guys being picked up. And I'm not saying it's okay for black guys to be picked up by the cops and stop, but it's like I'm beginning to notice more and more confrontations where just like they're just like there was a video I watched earlier where they they were just messing with them. They were two guys. One was black, one was white, but they had a real thing on for the white guy. And I'm like, bro, America is, and it's just like video after video after video. And you realize America is crazy. America is crazy. America does not like men. America does not like us. It doesn't like us, regardless of the color of our skin, who we are. America doesn't like us. It only wants our attention, our time, our money. Okay? The legal system is designed to extract as much wealth and resources from you. There's a video I was checking out on recently, and there was a kid. Well, he's not a kid anymore. Maybe he's in his 30s now. But when he was like 24 years old, he ended up going and getting this woman who was like in her 30s pregnant, and then he signed the birth certificate. And then fast forward years later, he's like paying $750 a month in child support. He got his life together, and he was doing like rental and rent real estate and stuff. But he's paying like 750 a month, and he finds out the child isn't his. And he does a paternity test, and then after doing the paternity test, you would think that he's off the hook, but nope, the courts will not allow him to stop paying that child support, even though he can prove that the child is not his, because their argument is that, well, no, you chose to sign that birth certificate, so you need to pay that child support. The actual truth is that when the child, when the child was born and when the order for the child support was put in, I never knew this. This was something that MK Fitness taught me. The state takes out a loan on that child support. They take out an actual. I don't know how the hell that's possible. They take out a loan on like on those, I guess, 18 years of child support. So the state now for the state to let him off the hook and say that, okay, well, you don't have to pay a child support for a kid that is not yours. That means that they would end up having to pay back that loan that they've taken out against all of that child support money. So they're going to force this man to pay for a child that's not his, and it's going to be ongoing. And this is the legal system for men. And this is not, this is not, this is just one of many stories. Guys, if we're just minding our business in society, the cops are coming and messing with us. You've got dudes sitting on a bench, all right? I'm telling you, dudes sitting on a bench and the cops are messing with them. All right. And it's like, this is, and you can't say it's racial profiling because the vast majority of these people are white men. Guys, this society is messed up. I told you that you have agents of the state, and within the agents, you have enforcers. Women operate as agents of the state. It is their job to reallocate wealth and resources from men back to the state. Simps operate as agents of the state, and in exchange for betraying men and masculinity, they are given and working as agents of the state. They are rewarded for marginalizing men, destroying male spaces, and helping to reallocate wealth and resources from men back to the state, and they are rewarded with things like access to jobs, access to spaces that would traditionally only be female only spaces, okay, and access to women. It's the truth. Sims get special privileges in society. A lot of them do because this is the way they choose to survive. This is their means of survival, and it's an absolutely sick thing that we are watching right now. We as men, we've been pushed out of society, and even though we've left society, we are being monitored by society. Because, like, for example, oh, you're playing video games, well, we need to know what you're saying on there. And even though there are tools already in place to monitor online games, it's not enough. They want to monitor everything that you say, everything that you do. They want to monitor us as men in our homes. They want to track us every moment of the day. They literally are tracking, like, for example, even YouTube videos that we are watching. For if we watch certain videos, they're basically able to now go and say, okay, no, we want access to, everyone who watched these videos. We'll go and get a court order. That's what they've done. And we want access to everyone who watched this video, and we need their basically their Gmail, their all of their Gmail, YouTube, and search history, everything. Like, what kind of country is that, y'all? Okay, this is not our country. And there's some of you who are so dumb, like, you're like asking me stupid questions, like, do I think you'll be able to survive in tent city, and maybe if you behave yourself, you'll be all right being homeless. And I'm just like thinking, you guys are just stupid. You're really, really dumb. Like, and I've told so many of you, like, to jump into crypto, even invest small amounts in crypto. I made it so easy for so many of you guys. When I started off the academy, I mean, I've even now, it's still super easy. I said, and some of you are just so nasty that you refuse to even take any chances, like, even like just to learn. Many of you will not learn. You won't learn new skills. You won't do anything. You're just like deer in the headlights. And it's like George Carlin said, never argue with stupid people, because they will defeat you with experience. And a lot of the people are just stupid. A lot of these people are just dumb. A lot of my subscribers that listen to my content, they will never do anything to change their lives. They will never do anything to work on themselves. They won't work on their fitness. They won't work on their finances. They won't do absolute crap, but they'll ask me stupid questions if I think they're headed to hell. Yes, you're headed to hell in a handbasket. Okay, but do you think, like, if I do this and this and this, like, I could just, like, I can, like, coast by? Like, there are way too many men that are just trying to coast by in life. You need to. I've said this already. I've preached this for years. You need to have your passport ready to go. How many? I used to constantly say, expedite your passport when you decide to go and get your passport renewed. All right, or get a passport, because some of you don't have one. Expedite it. And what's the stupid stuff that I hear from some of y'all later on? Angry, you said to expedite my passport. I didn't listen to you. It's been over 3 months now. I still don't have it. I wish I had listened to you. It's like, what the hell am I supposed to do for you now? You know? And it's, what's disgusting? It's like, I don't want emails from you guys in the future. Please, if you're listening today and you have not invested in crypto, please do not come to me 2 years from now, 3 years from now, a year from now, when the crypto markets are booming. All of these people are making their money. Don't come to me at that point angry. Do you think that you could help me learn? No, I listen to me. Get the heck out of here, bro. All right, get the heck out of here. Listen. I'm in a bad financial. Listen, I don't care. I really don't care. Could you give me some advice on what cryptos? No, I won't tell you anything. I could care less about you. I told you exactly what not to do. I said, don't mess around or you're going to find out. Now you're finding out and you're trying to look for a bailout. That's not going to happen with me. You're going to sit in it and you're going to get what's coming to you. That's why I keep telling y'all to go and learn about crypto quickly. And one of the best things to do is to go and check out Actuary's Crypto Academy if you want to learn about crypto.
Ask you something. When the banks collapse, and trust me, it's coming, will you be ready? Imagine waking up to ATMs that don't work, bank doors chained shut, and millions of people left with nothing. No cash, no access to their savings, and no way to survive. But it doesn't have to be that way for you. That's why I created Angry's Crypto Academy to teach you everything you need to know about crypto so you can protect yourself and your family. You'll learn how to buy, sell, and even day trade crypto for a living. Plus, we alert you to new crypto trends so you can profit before everyone else even knows what's happening. Right now, I've just published an exclusive investment guide inside the Academy, and it's linked in the description below. In it, I reveal the one coin that could make you a millionaire. A coin so revolutionary, it could change everything. If you missed out on Bitcoin and Ethereum, this is your second chance. This isn't just about financial freedom, it's about survival. When the system collapses and everyone else is selling, you'll be the one buying, prepared to weather the storm and thrive while others struggle to survive. Don't wait. This knowledge isn't optional, it's critical. The link's in the description. Go check it out now.
I mean, guys, like I was saying, it's like we live in a society that despises us, and you have to get your stuff together. You have to be prepared for the hell on earth. Like, guys, like the cost of living in the United States is near impossible right now. There's some of you idiots who are like, "Well, I'm doing really good." So, I mean, that's the same boomer garbage. Like, I got mine. It's too bad you didn't get yours. It depends on where you live. Depending on where you live, the cost of live it can be near impossible. It can feel near impossible to survive. It really can. There's a big difference between living in a place like San Diego or New York or Miami and living in like some crap place in little town in Wisconsin. All right. That the cost of living is adjusted. The salary is often adjusted based on the cost of living. And in some places, you can make $100,000 a year, but if the rent is like 50K, if the rent is like $5,000 a month, and there's some of y'all like, well, you need to move somewhere cheaper. And it's like, bro, in the cheapest places, the rent's like $5,000 a month. And don't get me wrong, there are some people who are just like, they don't want to make any sacrifices. If you like, I understand not wanting to live with roommates. That's one, like, for example, but I mean, there are times that you just have to do what you have to do. Gen X, for example, many Gen Xers had to have lots of roommates. Of course, don't get me wrong, people are weird these days, but having roommates is just one of the things you've had to go through to survive in life. The world is horrible. And it's only going to get worse from here, especially as the job consolidations continue on. A lot of people are in the tech sector are losing their jobs right now. I don't feel bad for them. A lot of coders are losing their jobs. I don't feel bad for them. And the reason why I don't feel bad for them is because they felt like they were immune. They felt like they used to go around, and don't get me wrong, I'm a software developer, I'm a web developer. And it's like, I I've always known that my work is not immune. So I've never focused on, well, I mean, 20 years ago, yes, I did a lot of web development, and worked on a lot of projects independently for for different groups and so forth, but that was different. I was working for myself, but I always knew, like, that's like, this is not going to last. Like, I actually have to build a business, build a brand. And a lot of these people, they didn't do any of that. So now, you've got these coders, you've got these software engineers, and it's like they can't. They're losing their jobs at Facebook, they're losing their jobs at Google, they're losing their jobs at Microsoft, and I'm supposed to cry for them? They're just experiencing what everyone else is experiencing now. And they're going to have to go and, like, retrain their skills. If you went to medical school, like, it's like I empathize for you if you gave that many years of your life up to go and study medicine. But one of the things, for example, I don't think if you're a physician, you should be walking around society with calling yourself a doctor. Like, for example, I'll tell you something interesting. When I lived overseas, many doctors, they don't even if you go to, like, if you go to see the doctor in if you go to see a doctor in a lot of places in, let's say, Mexico, right? Because I lived over there for a while. Guys, if you say, "What's your name?" They don't even introduce themselves as Doctor so and so. They introduce themselves with their first names. Just being very, very honest with you. It's a very, very strange thing. And then in America, these people walk around like they're on a pedestal, you know, and I just think to myself, like, no, you guys need to be humbled a little bit. Like, your crap does stink. Your crap does stink. You're just a normal person in society. You shouldn't be walking around society introducing yourself as Dr. So and so when you check in at the freaking hotel. No one gives a damn, little bro. And I'm fine with these jobs disappearing as well. I'm fine with AI wiping out a lot of these jobs as well, you know, because a lot of these people who are making all of this money, they thought like they're better than everyone else in society. Like, they don't have to suffer like everyone else, and their job, they're supposed to have better job security like than everyone else. And it just doesn't work like that. That's not how life works. So they need to be humbled. A lot of these people need to be humbled. I really don't give a damn what your degree is in. I could care less about your degree. All right. I've got multiple postgraduate degrees, and I know extremely well to be humble before, when dealing with people who have actual experience. My degrees mean literally nothing against experience. Okay. I'm just being very, very clear. And it's like there was a lot of warnings many years ago, and people did not listen to these things, and now they're going to suffer. But as men, you have to be aware and ready to move your butt, and just take action. And you have to be ready to leave the country. You can't get too comfortable. I hear some of y'all like, I'm not saying I'm not going anywhere. Some of y'all are dumb, is also dumb. Like, for example, you're like looking for confrontations, or you think like life is never going to be easy for men. But if that's the kind of life that you want to live, don't cry. Like, when things, I see videos of some of y'all like breaking down in tears, like some dudes who thought they were tough breaking down in tears when the cops are mistreating them. Like, it's like, I'm thinking to myself, bro, you were warned. You know the kind of society that we live in. All right. And you're there breaking, like, you're arguing with these people like they give a damn about you. All right. The best thing to do is just keep your mouth closed. Or I'm just being so honest, because they will control alt delete you, and they will get away with it. That's how our society works. These people are enforcers, all right? Police officers, these individuals, they operate as enforcers. So they are agents of the state, but they are also enforcers of the state. So they're basically enforcing the will of the state. Okay? So they're a step above women. Women are agents of the state, but police officers they are also agents, but they are enforcers. So they have the power to enforce the will of the state, and that's why many of them say things like "I am the law," because that's really what they are. They don't actually follow the Constitution. They follow the policies of the department, or whatever, or sometimes whatever they pull out of thin air. The state does not really care as long as people understand who rules over them. So, America is not a safe place for men. Basically, it's like I was watching a video by this comedian, Long Beach Griffey, recently, and the video was crazy because he said that it's not even, for men, it's no longer even guilty until proven innocent. You're always guilty. There's no more guilty. There is no more guilty until proven innocent. You know, I mean, forget about innocent until proven guilty. That's been gone for like the last 30 years, 30, 40, 50 years. It's been guilty until proven innocent, but there's no more guilty until proven innocent. Look at Jonathan Majors. All right. Guilty until proven innocent. Nope. They took that away. This guy was innocent. Anyone could see that this guy was innocent. All right. Now if you're a man, you're just guilty. You're just straight guilty. There is no justice for men in Western society. The only thing you can do is be prepared to walk away, like I said, and prepare for hard times because they are 100% here right now. And I don't want people sending me messages. Like I literally have had some of these people, like some of you dudes, reaching out to me and trying to get advice and all kinds of garbage. And it's like, I'm just like, bro, leave me the heck alone. All right. I'm not going to waste my time on you. I don't know. But yeah, guys, it's not gonna get any better. It's not gonna get any better. So y'all better be prepared. All right. You better be prepared. You better have your passports ready. You better have them renewed. If you don't have one, you better be out there and get one. All right. You need to have cryptocurrency tucked away. All right. You need to have your wallet tucked. You need to have your wallet, your online wallet set up, everything so that you can, if you need to move, you can move your butt, you can disappear, you can go to another country. You need to, if you have, you need to have copies of your passport. That's another thing. Have copies of your passport, copies of your driver's license. Some of y'all are grown men and you don't know these things. Like you're like some of y'all are dumb. I'm not even like I just get pissed off. Like you some of y'all are very stupid people. All right. It's like, and you're like, you'll get angry at me, like, hey, oh, angry, like you can't talk to me. I'm talking to you. I'm talking for those of you that are responsible, that obviously this is not for you. But for those of you that are just sitting around like idiots, you're a grown man and you don't know basic stuff like make a photocopy, make a copy, take a picture, use your cell phone and take a picture off your driver's license, off your passport, because when you have a picture of your passport, it actually makes it easier to replace it if you ever lose it. All right. Or if you're even like if you don't have access to it, you have or your driver's license, you have that at least on your phone. There's so many of you guys are fools. All right. You don't even use your heads and think for a moment that, hey, you know what? I need to make sure that I have copies of my documents available at any given moment. All right. So that I can do things like show, like for example, especially what's happening in the US right now, especially what's happening in the US right now with ICE, and they're basically going around and they're looking for people who don't have their paperwork in order. You don't want to be caught up by these people. One of the smartest things you can do is to have a copy of your passport on available on, let's say, your Google Drive, wherever, so that you can pull it up on your cell phone if you need to at any given moment. There's some of you idiots who are like, this is my country, I don't care, I'm going to go and argue with the cops. You're going to go and find out. You're going to go and find out. You're dealing with people who do not care about you. You do not have rights. You have privileges. George Carlin said those so-called Bill of Rights, they are not rights. They are privileges that can be taken away at any given time. Read them very carefully. If you want proof, look at how the state is able to amend the Constitution, where they've amended the second, where they can limit your second amendment right. There are all of these limitations on your second amendment right. Think about how important the second amendment is. The second amendment comes after the first amendment. That is to show you that this right is meant to be essentially absolute. There's not supposed to be any ifs, ands, or buts about your right to the Second Amendment. And yet there are all of these amendments where in many states you cannot even use that right. Many states prohibit you from expressing your Second Amendment right. If they can take away that right, they can easily take away your first, and they do it all the time, your First Amendment right as well. And they get away with it. And how do they get away with it? They get away with it using qualified immunity. And where does qualified immunity come from? It doesn't actually exist. It's basically a group of policies that were made up by judges to protect enforcers of the state, agents of the state, and enforcers of the state. I'm telling y'all, we are in a bad place right now. Society is not safe for us. We have to be prepared to go. Go where angry, that's on you. You should go check out Men Walking Away. We actually menwalkingaway.com because we talk and even in the Angry Guy Clubhouse because we talk about these things. We provide tons of resources that'll teach you guys how to go overseas, find a place to live, or start building money, building your net worth up, getting in touch with other men. But I'm telling y'all, like a lot of y'all are cooked. A lot of y'all are 100% cooked because you're gonna wait until the last moment. You think life is easy? Y'all know how many y'all I have some subscribers right now. And before like the crypto markets they're recovering, but I knew they were gonna crash. And I knew they were gonna go down. And I basically wrote multiple articles last year saying that the markets are gonna crash. And then they experienced a massive crash, but they did go down. Bitcoin went down into under like 80,000. It's back up now. But I knew, I know market behavior. And I said that that's going to create a great buying opportunity, which it was for a lot of people. But there's a lot of people in my academy, and they took a lot of their money and they put it in crypto. And I said, basically, now you have to leave it there. And no matter what else is happening in your life, you're going to have to go and figure it out for yourself, and you're going to have to suffer. I understand you're like, bills come up, and you're like, well, I want to take that money and spend it on bills. You can't. You're going to have to figure it out another way. It's hard. But you suffer now so that you can so you suffer now so that you can thrive later. A lot of the losers that are listening to my videos right now that don't want to suffer, they want to suffer now, they don't even want to miss a meal. They're going to suffer later, and then they're going to blame people like me. Like Gen Zers, look how miserable Gen Z is. They are such spiteful people. Very, very spiteful, jealous people. All right? They're literally jealous of the things that we never had. Like they'll still sit around and tell us, you had all of this stuff when you were growing up. You could buy this and like, bro, we don't have crap. Well, you could have. How would we have afforded any of these things, you idiots? Okay? Like explain it. It doesn't matter. Like they're this is why I said you're dealing with stupid people. You're dealing with literal stupid people. Miserable people, very miserable people, miserable people. The baby boomers have created this horrible society for us that has put us in a situation where we can no longer survive in our countries. And it was done deliberately. They stole our futures while we were still in diapers. And it's like, the only way that we're going to get anything back is by, investing in crypto. And then when the boomers, because, if there's one thing that you know about the boomers for sure, it's that they're greedy. They're going to rush in and they're going to want all of the toys for themselves. They're going to want all of the crypto for themselves. But they're old. They don't understand blockchain. Most of them don't understand blockchain. There's a few of them who've been in my academy and they learned about it through my academy, but the vast majority don't. They want everything easy and handed to them, so they're going to rush trying to buy Bitcoin and other crypto assets, and that's going to result in the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of the world. And keep in mind, it's people who are younger than the boomers who hold most of the actual crypto assets, and that's going to allow us to have significant amounts of money. You're going to have all of these investment firms rushing in right already. Don't forget that BlackRock holds $50 billion. BlackRock holds $50 billion in just Bitcoin. So when money starts flowing into all of these other asset classes because of ETFs that are coming, and these classes, these assets have significant value, that's when you're going to see people like BlackRock running in and other companies also rushing into these asset classes, other crypto asset classes as well, and say, okay, yeah, we need to start now. We need to buy these as well. And that's going to result in them skyrocketing even more. And companies like BlackRock, they're not going to sell those coins. All right. Those are invested. They're going to hold on to them indefinitely. Indefinitely. They might move crypto around, like, oh, we're gonna move it move some coins from this hardware wallet to another, to basically shake the market and make people think like they're going to sell, so they can try to make the market go down so they can buy more, you know. But that's but or make a profit, short selling, all that garbage. But It's really a bunch of it's really just a bunch of BS. Really a bunch of BS. You have to basically be willing to suffer a bit so that you can thrive later. And too many of you guys, you don't want to suffer. You don't want to suffer. You don't want to miss a meal. You just want to be like deers in the headlights, and it just kind of pisses me off. But let me know what you guys think. We'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA. Men walking away. And cheers.
Nothing says you care like crypto. Nothing can compare. Nothing says you care like crypto. Oh, nothing can compare to crypto.